What's up, guys? Welcome to Dynasty Drip today. I'm Sam. We're going to be going over 5 Dynasty Sleepers training camp edition. These are all going to be running backs, but there is a lot of news coming out about certain teams, and I think now may be the time to take advantage of some of this news, and here's 5 guys I really like to target. If you haven't been to the channel before, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe. Let me make your Dynasty team better. But we're going to start off with a guy highly rostered when I had late picks, free agency ads, and rookie drafts this year. My boy, Kyle Manuy of the Chicago Bears. I loved picking up this guy. I think he has the opportunity this year. I like DeAndre Swift. Don't love him. Don't really know if there's a ton behind him on that roster. Never really been a Roschon Johnson guy. And when it comes to the news coming out of Chicago, I think there are some good signs for Manuy that he has a chance to maybe win the RB2 job. And we'll see moving forward. Ben Johnson used 2 backs before. I could see him using it again. To me, just all this news about Manuy, he looks good. He's being involved. And a lot of the beat writers just truthfully believe that he is going to get a chance to, be a part of this backfield. A lot of reports coming out. He's making good catches. He's running with the team before Roschon Johnson, things like that. And, for me, I don't want to buy into the hype too much, but I do want to see some good news for these deep sleepers. And, these aren't studs we're talking about. These are guys we're taking late shots on that might have a chance to win a role into the backfield and maybe become something. Chase Brown, Kyron Williams. It's not guaranteed. It's probably not going to happen, but we're going to use all the information we can to get these players onto our dynasty rosters. And Manuy is one of my favorite guys to do that with. Next guy we're going to talk about, another one who I think has a chance to maybe win the job or win a role in his backfield, is Krosky Merritt on Washington here. Another guy, I have a bunch of shares. I was adding him, 3rd, 4th round picks, fab bids after rookie drafts, all that stuff. And just a lot of the news, he looks really good and he's running with the ones. Another one I thought was really important here was he was running in the no huddle offense with the ones. So a lot of times for running backs, especially guys you're hoping to gain roles, getting some of those PPR points at the end of halves, 2-minute, no huddle, that kind of stuff is a very good way to supplement some of your points and maybe not have to have a 60% snap share to be viable, but really only have to maybe reach the 40% if you can get some key touches. And for me, that backfield is just wide open. So I think the thing with both of these so far we've talked about is they are open enough that a rookie might have a chance to supplant either the number 2 or maybe down the line supplant the number 1 in these offenses. Third guy we're going to talk about. Now, this one is more injury related. I did like this guy, but I would have had him under these other guys. And that's going to be Woody Marks on the Texans. It's no secret Joe Mixon is going to miss some time this offseason. It's come out. He may not be ready by the start of the season, or he's not going to be practicing until a little closer to the start of the season. And what that means is a guy like Woody Marks might get a chance a little earlier than we thought. He's a good pass catcher. He's a good zone runner, which is something in the past the Texans have done a lot. I guess things could change this year. They have new offensive coordinator in there. But in general, I like Woody Marks. I like what he brings to the offense. I think Nick Chubb, Dameon Pierce might get their shot. Neither one of them really scares you as a third down asset. Maybe Woody Marks can take that role. And if he starts to impress in that role, maybe he can start to gain some snaps moving forward. That's really all you're looking for with some of these deep sleepers in Dynasty is, do they have a chance to see the field? And then if they do see the field, can they make the most of that chance to maybe supplant the starter, really gain a higher snap share or something? And I think there's an opening for Woody Marks with Mixon being out. He might get some extra snaps, some extra run in training camp, and he has the chance to show something. Fourth guy I want to talk about today, Phil Mafa on the Cowboys. I mean, obviously Jaden Blue was going over Mafa. I would have done the same thing if I'd had the draft picks in dynasty drafts, but I'd have added some shares of Mafa because he profiles as slightly more of a power guy, I guess, if Blue's going to be the pass catcher for the offense. But in general, you know, the reports coming out, Schottenheimer likes Mafa. He feels like he could be a guy who could be a player in this Dallas offense, which has had some production from the running back position. You know, obviously Tony Pollard, Zeke going back a couple years, but even last year, Rico Dowdle basically came out of nowhere and had a very productive fantasy season for someone that wasn't really being hyped too much. So for Mafa and Jaden Blue, are these guys we can take a chance on that if they beat out Javonte Williams, who I haven't heard as much about, but, you know, there are three of them. And for me, Mafa's the cheapest one right now. So I'm willing to put him onto my roster and see if he can win a job in the Dallas backfield, which they may be more pass heavy this year, you know, re-signing Ferguson, adding Pickens, obviously have CeeDee Lamb. Their defense, kind of some question marks, haven't re-signed Micah yet. But for me, getting a guy who has the chance to be the guy in his backfield for this late of a price, I'm willing to go for it. Now, before we get to our fifth one for the day, make sure to hit subscribe. A lot of you guys are watching the channel. You aren't subscribed. We're trying to get to 1,000. We also have a Discord. Feel free to check that out below. Best way to get in contact with me if you have trade questions, startup questions, or just want to say hey. So thank you guys for coming to the channel. I really appreciate it. Last guy of the video, Taj Brooks of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, obviously the news here for Taj Brooks, Zach Moss was released by the Bengals. So it looks like things are lining up for Brooks to maybe be the number 2 in that offense. I would still expect Samaje Perine to be involved maybe in hurry up, more as a good pass blocker. But Taj Brooks actually a pretty good pass blocker in college as well. So he has a chance to maybe do that role too. And obviously, I mean, Chase Brown's going to be the guy. But at the least, Taj Brooks offers some contingent handcuff upside. Maybe he can work his way in. I mean, last year, the plan was not for Chase Brown to be such a high snap share guy. It just kind of turned into that with the injuries. I'm curious to see if they try to work some more guys in this year or if they just hardcore ride Chris Brown. But at the very least, Taj Brooks, a good handcuff to own, if not a guy that has some upside to maybe get run in a very good offense that the Cincinnati Bengals are. But thank you guys for coming to the channel today. I'm Sam from Dynasty Drip, trying to help you win your Dynasty League. If you have any questions, make sure to drop a comment. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe, and keep coming back to the channel. Check our previous videos out. Thank you guys, and have a good day.